to the Fantasy Footballers Sunday Live.
What's going on, everybody? I'm here. We made it. And if I'm here, well, I mean, look, it means a couple things. Number one, it is indeed football time, the most football-y of football time, the real main slate. Those island games are super fun, but we are here for all the action. So I'm here for that. Number two, if I'm here, Christian McCaffrey's going to play, everybody. Oh, let's get that out of the way right at the top. Christian McCaffrey, we never a doubt. My faith was rock solid that all of that calf stuff was nonsense. But Christian McCaffrey is going to play. But welcome into Sunday Live, everyone. It's week one. That means that I get to try and remember how we run this program. So welcome into everyone. Thank you for spending some of your Sunday morning with me. The way that this show works is we have kind of three parts to it. The first part is all about the news, because there's already stuff happening. It's week one, but there are already big movers and shakers. There are some things going on. Number two, we take a look at what are the hot questions from you, the Foot Clan, right now. TheFantasyFootballers.com. We have a start-sit tool on there, and we take a look at who are people asking about over and over and over. We jump into those, and then part three, I jump into questions directly from you. They're just flooding the live stream right now. I'll do my best to pick some questions that are quick and can help out as many people as I possibly can. If I do not talk about a player that is on your roster and your teams, I'm sorry. Can't get to every single person for this program. We spend the whole week, building the analysis and the projections. Sometimes then the news comes out on Sunday morning, like today, and it has to shake those things up. But thefantasyfootballers.com, all of our rankings are there. Like I said, the start-sit tool is there as well. Oh, Deucers, how are you feeling this morning?
Doing great, man. Just hanging out with my best friend.
All right, so let's get into it.
The big picture.
All right, big picture item number one. Christian McCaffrey is going to play. Phew. All right, Kyler Murray, quarterback of the Arizona Cardinals. He was added to the injury report with an illness. He is going to play. I don't think that really changes anything for me. If I was starting Kyler Murray, I am still starting Kyler Murray. Now, fun stuff. Chris Rodriguez Jr., Washington Commanders running back, is a healthy scratch. I don't have Bill on this board over here, but Bill. So look, if Rodriguez is out, that was kind of the offseason. The last thing we had heard was the coaching staff envisioned Rodriguez as a short yardage goal line guy, and it was like, well, goodness gracious, if that's going to go to him, and Eckler has his work and Bill has his work, how is this whole thing going to shake out? Well, it's become a lot more clear. It's going to be Austin Eckler, and it will be Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, a.k.a. Bill. Thank you. Eckler, I'm still playing him in front of Krosky-Merritt until we see a reason not to do that. Look, Eckler was still great last year. This is why I kind of been touting him as someone I wanted to target from that ambiguous backfield even before the Brian Robinson trade occurred. So I'm playing Eckler over him, but, Eckler's about an RB2 type of a play. Krosky-Merritt, Bill, put him as a flex. Things could turn quickly, though. We need more information on this. I am not yet ready to crown a 7th-round draft pick as the go-to guy for Washington. But by the end of the day, we might be there. Roschon Johnson for the Chicago Bears, he is listed as questionable. That game is Monday night. There was even more positive things coming out about Kyle Monangai. I think he was a 7th-rounder, but he was a day 3 late pick. But Ben Johnson saying, hey, I trust this guy to be in here. If he is available, Sunday mornings are for stashes, so I would throw him on a bench if you have a spot. At the wide receiver position, Darnell Mooney is out for the Falcons. Kyle Pitts, maybe. Christian Kirk will be out for the Texans. We talked about that a lot on the show. About Jaden Higgins will have a nice opportunity here in Week 1. Alan Lazard is out for the Jets. Who's going to be number 2? That's it's not so much that Alan Lazard is out. It's someone has to step up. I mean, for the Jets' sake, it might just be Garrett Wilson getting 10,000 targets over the course of the season. For the Green Bay Packers, Jaden Reed and Dontavian Wicks are listed as questionable. Jaden Reed, after Wednesday, he was practicing. I bet he gives it a go. That is a terrifying start. If I have better options, more reliable options, I would probably go with them. But it looks like Reed is at least going to go, or he's going to give it a go, I believe. And then Isaiah Likely is officially out for the Ravens. Mark Andrews looks like a very strong late-round tight end play. Deucers. Week 1's tough, man. It's trying to get the flow of this show. But do we have is the computer ready? I mean, it's a computer, right?
It's always ready.
It's always ready. But like I said, the Start Sit tool, it is available on thefantasyfootballers.com. So let's just jump into it.
He's so hot right now.
So we're going to be talking about those hot start sit questions. And before I do that, I want to remind everybody, if you want to support this show and get access to all of our awesome in-season tools, we're talking the Ultimate Dashboard, which is, people ask me, like, man, how do you manage all of those leagues and the waivers? The Ultimate Dashboard is the answer to that question. We sync with your league. We give you our waiver editions of the week. And, we also give you options of, like, possible spot starts. Maybe there's someone who is still on the waiver wire that you might want to think about and picking up and playing for 1 week. Bunch of other tools like the Stream Finder, which gathers power over time. By week 3, week 4, the Stream Finder is a go-to tool for me when I'm looking for streams, exactly as it says. And if you were such a kind and beautiful supporter, you grabbed the Ultimate Draft Kit or the UDK Plus. If you want access to the Foot Clan Ultimate membership, that's our highest tier. It gets you everything that we do across the entire year. You can jump in right now. If you had a UDK or UDK Plus on the Ultimate tier, it will give you a $1 credit, and it'll happen automatically if you are signed in. So, and today is the last chance for that. After today, that will be pulled. So if you want in on that action, I highly suggest after this live stream, of course, because you don't want to miss a moment of this. But go jump on the website, go ahead and check it out and just see if it's something you want. So let's get into it. Who's hot right now, Jeremy?
I'll tell you who's hot. It's Emeka Egbuka. He is all over our popular start sit questions.
Yeah, I figured that was
coming.
coming.
Some time on him this morning. We will start out with Emeka or the guy that just got the bag in Detroit, Jameson Williams.
Oh yeah, we did. I'm sure we'll talk about that on the news of the regular show. But Jameson Williams, if you missed it over the weekend, they snuck in an extension for him. My dreams of Isaac TeSlaa pretty dampened right now for him to become someone who is like really a part of the offense. Still could happen. So Egbuka or Jameson Williams. Okay, so the Green Bay Detroit game, I really want pieces of that, but I really want pieces of the Tampa Bay game as well. Looking at the over-unders are the same. The implied total, the Bucs have 1 extra point on the Detroit Lions. Man, if I have both of them, they're going to be really, really close look at 2 spots apart in my rankings. I have Jameson Williams sitting just inside my top 24. I'd play Jameson Williams. I don't blame anyone at all. If you want to play Egbuka over Jameson Williams, that doesn't bother me. But for my personal teams, I'll let the rookie get a game in. If I have someone like Jameson Williams, who is a true difference maker, and he was one of Andy's my guys, I really do expect Jameson Williams to be more involved in the offense than he was last year, which last year was fantastic. So I give a slight edge to Jameson Williams.
All right. What about this rookie v. rookie face-off? Would you start Emeka or Teteroa McMillan?
Okay. That one I'm pretty comfortable going with Teteroa McMillan. Against Jacksonville, I expect them just out the gate to be going hot for Teteroa McMillan. And I don't know, did people see Travis Hunter? Travis Hunter with the aura. He got himself a haircut, and he's looking sharp. He went with the buzz cut, and then we got the report that he was a full-time offensive player. I don't know if Travis Hunter's coming up in this section or not, but for most purposes, Travis Hunter is definitely in my lineup. But sorry, back to the question: Ibuka versus T-Mac. It's Tedero McMillan. He is the one. We'll see how close to a number one Ibuka can get with Mike Evans on the field.
All right. What about Ibuka or Jalen Waddle?
Ooh, that one I'm going. We did it. We finally found where I'm putting Ibuka in over Jalen Waddle. I did like the idea of getting Waddle, Tyreek Hill if he was appropriately priced in the draft. But if I have a chance to see it first while they're on my bench, I would prefer to go with that route. I'm going to put Ibuka in.
Okay, we're going to move over to some other players. What about Matthew Golden or Roma Dunze?
Interesting. So Matthew Golden, I already said the 47.5 point over under, and you said Rome?
Correct.
Okay, so the Bears they're down at 21 implied points, so it's not the worst. It is the Monday night game. I think I would put in Matthew Golden. I'm surprising myself right now. I'm not looking at my rankings just yet, but I think I would put Matthew Golden in. And the Bears are still confusing of how exactly is that going to shake out. But the Green Bay Packers with Jaden Reed being with a broken foot. I mean he's literally going to be playing on a broken foot. I think that Matthew Golden has a huge opportunity here in Week 1 against the Minnesota Vikings. So I'm going to go with Golden. I'll give him the slight edge over Rome.
All right, let's move over to the running back position. Are you starting Jaylen Warren or Travion Henderson?
Come on now. I want to live my life free with no pants on Week 1. I'm putting Travo Henderson in there. Jaylen Warren, I totally understand this of the since you drafted Jaylen Warren, he has just gone up in value with the kind words from Tomlin. You got the extension, you got the quote featured runner. We'll see how featured he is as a runner. I do think that he's going to be a huge part of the offense as they try to get Caleb Johnson up to speed. But the Travion Henderson, it's tough in Week 1 of with the two guys ahead of him. Ramondre is probably the starter. I can't imagine that Antonio Gibson actually plays in front of Henderson, and he's too electric. This is one touch turns into a 50-yard touchdown. He to me is very Gibbs-esque, where people are, when you play against Henderson, if you see him on the fantasy roster across the aisle, every time he touches the ball, you're going to be just shaking and quaking and pooping your pants. So look, you can only poop your pants if you have pants on. So you should have drafted Travion Henderson. All right, who's next?
All right, let's close out the running back position with this 3-player start sit, and you can rank them in which order you would start them. Austin Eckler, Jerome Ford, R.J. Harvey.
Okay, Eckler, Ford, Harvey. So I think let me go. I got to look this one. I want to look at my rankings of Eckler. I do have the lowest, but I need to bump him up. I don't want to get too crazy with the Bill stuff. So Eckler is going to get a bump up, and Drew. Man, so then between Eckler and Harvey, who would I play? I'm going to go with Eckler. I'm going to take the veteran while he still is healthy and has the juice. Let's give the Harvey and J.K. Dobbins a chance to shake out and just kind of make sure what's going to go on there. Jerome Ford is, if you have Jerome Ford and you're playing him, this is not an anti-Jerome Ford situation where I'm saying I'll play the other two guys ahead of him. I think Ford has a very strong chance to have a good game. When he's been called upon, he has come through. Last year, in his I think in his 2 starts, he had a huge run in both of them. He's a very competent player, and the Bengals Just, yeah, Hendrickson is back, but overall that defense is still not very good. So I'm going to play Eckler over those other two guys.
All right, we're going to move to the tight end position and talk a little bit about Andy's guy, Tyler Warren. Would you start Tyler Warren or Tucker Kraft?
Oh, I was worried you were going to go with that one. It's still Tucker Kraft for me. Like the Matthew Golden stuff. Andy's putting a headset on. Is he armed? Or is he able to talk?
I'm here.
He's here.
Okay. I'm still going to play Tucker Kraft. Your draft order definitely says that is not what
Loser.
That is not what you drafted Tyler Warren to do, and Tucker Kraft, Tucker is a late round guy, but my belief in Tucker Kraft is through the roof, as it is for Tyler Warren. But the week one, I would play Kraft.
Bad advice.
So would you really play Tyler Warren?
I think Tyler Warren's my start of the week, so I have to say
Oh,
I have to
okay.
say yes.
Yeah,
but both are great starts. No big deal.
Contractually obligated. Yeah, Tyler Warren. I mean, week one is.
Didn't you just say something about like giving the rookie a week? If you want to do that, like
Yeah.
you're talking about Egbuka and
Yes.
Jameson, you can do that here. You can do that there with Tucker Kraft.
That's wild. People have Tucker Kraft and Jalen Warren. I mean, Tyler Warren. That's not a bad place to be at all. But that is,
If you
that
play
surprises
Tucker
me.
Warren, you're set.
All right, who's next?
Let's go Tyler Warren or TJ Hawkinson on Monday night.
Oh man, those guys are back to back in the rankings. I have Hawkinson one spot ahead of Tyler Warren because of the situation with Addison not being there for week one, and Adam Thielen's back. I don't know if you guys saw any of the Adam Thielen videos making the rounds. It's just, I take shots at him because he's old, but Adam Thielen's a great player, and him and Justin Jefferson, just seeing that bro down situation, it warms your heart. So if you need a little pick me up, a little dopamine, go look at the Justin Jefferson talking to Adam Thielen about him coming back to the team. It's fantastic stuff. But I'm going to play Hawkinson here. Of the bookmakers still expect the Minnesota Vikings to get off to a hot start, not lose anything by the transition from Sam Darnold to rookie, not rookie, second year J.J. McCarthy. And Hawkinson should see at least 7 or more targets in the first week, so I'm going to go with him.
All right, let's blitz a couple quarterbacks here and then get to the people. Drake May or Trevor Lawrence?
That one is easily Trevor Lawrence for me. The game against Carolina, who was the worst defense, I believe, of all time, is the stat that we have been talking about. I didn't bring up any weather stuff because everything that I've looked at says it's not really to be worried about. But just in case you're not aware of what's going on, it was pouring up in New England, but the stuff I'm reading saying they expect that by the time the game is going, we're talking about light to moderate, might affect it a little bit. So it was already Trevor Lawrence over Drake May, and then little bit rain concerns moves it just for sure over to Trevor Lawrence. Who's next?
Let's go Trevor Lawrence or Jordan Love.
Oh man, Jordan Love is my start of the week, but I have Trevor Lawrence 2 spots higher than Jordan Love. I'm going to stick with that against the Carolina matchup.
All right, and last one.
Week 1 relying on Trevor Lawrence feels real bad, guys. Who's next?
Are you starting Kyler Murray or Brock Purdy?
I mean, I said it at the top. The illness to Kyler is not affecting how I would be playing Kyler Murray, and I would have drafted Kyler over Brock Purdy. He's fun as one of those later round guys, but like with it, Purdy needs his guys. At least I believe, or to be consistently great for fantasy football, and he's not going to have all of his guys yet for a while. Ricky Pearsall in week 1 could change all of that. Like I said, with the Bill Krosky versus Eckler, 1 week we will not overreact. We will try to react appropriately. And Ricky Pearsall is one of the players that's on the watch list of he could change things for the 49ers and make you unconcerned that Brandon Ayuk won't be there for half the year. And Juwan Jennings has missed all that time with the calf injury. He's a player who I think has that ability, but I want to see that first. And I think that the Cardinals, James Conner's going to have a great game against the Saints, but I do believe that they're still going to try and get Kyler Murray going. You know, it's like, hey, this week 1 stuff, we really got to get this offense fixed because it was not the greatest thing for last year. So I'm going to stick it. I'm going to stick to it. Whatever, man. It's week 1. What do you want? What do you want from me?
You got 19,000 people on here, Mike.
No, it's just me talking to a camera. What are you talking about? Yeah, we're going to go with Kyler Murray.
All right. Speaking of those 19,000 people, let's get to the people and their questions.
All right.
Stardom, sit 'em.
All right, into the questions from the people. I do want to give one final reminder. Again, if you picked up the UDK or the UDK Plus and you want to jump into that ultimate tier membership where you get everything that we do all season long, the in-season tools, which are, I mean, this is what we use. This is how we manage our fantasy football teams and how we give our advice on the show. If you picked up the UDK or UDK Plus, dollar for dollar credit to jump into the ultimate tier, and that goes away after today. So if you want to take advantage of that, you got to go do it right now. Well, in 5-ish minutes or so. All right, into the questions we go. Tyler Smith says Garrett Wilson or Jerome Ford. Oh, we're already that's the level that we're already at for Garrett Wilson. But I'd play Garrett. I'd play Garrett in week 1. Next question comes in. We got Winchester says Debo or Jamison Williams. I know the other two guys have full confidence in Debo, but I think even they would be on the Jamison Williams side. Let's go Zachary. Oh, this is a good one. Eckler or Tony Pollard. Man, I like Eckler as a strong RB2, but Pollard, the matchup is so bad for Pollard. This is a pure volume play for Tony Pollard. If you're going to put him in, I mean, he should see 15 plus opportunities in this matchup, and it's brutal for Pollard. I wish it wasn't on the road in week 1 with the rookie quarterback against that defense, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Pollard. I'll take the for sure volume of that, where we aren't 100% sure the Eckler versus Bill split, what's going to go on there. Let's see. Grayson says, Mike, please give me permission to play Travion over Ibuka in a full PPR. I mean, you can live your life how you want to do it. I think in a full PPR, though, I would play Ibuka. That's no fun, but it's how I would do it. Let's see. Curtis says it's a PPR league. Josh Downs or Cedric Tillman. Into the nasty boys we go. I love it. I think Josh Downs is the safer option of the two. And then Cedric Tillman, I think, is a great ceiling play, though. If you're looking somehow, you're matched up, you're looking at the other side and going, my team is really outmatched. There are like dynasty squads where that could be going on. Tillman with Joe Flacco against the Cincinnati Bengals, I think you're shooting for the stars with that one. Where I like Josh Downs, but the Cedric Tillman this week in particular, it's a very high ceiling. So it's whatever your team needs. Both are decent options for flex type of plays. The clock, we are still good. Let's see. Spencer says Bill or Zach Charbonnet. That's where I would go. Bill Krosky Merritt. I know whispers of timeshare. The whispers of timeshare are still out there for the Seattle Seahawks. I think it'll still be Ken Walker primarily as the guy. So I think at the end of the day, Bill Krosky will have more opportunities this week than Charbonnet. Next question. Man, my thing's all wonky. Let's see. We got a bonjour from Germany. Half PPR, Kincaid or Strange? Ooh, okay, so 2 nasty late round tight ends. I'm still gonna play Dalton Kincaid. Brenton Strange is a fun name to keep an eye on. See what happens this week. But I'll still go with Dalton Kincaid in the matchup with the Ravens. That's going to be a fun one. We're just up against the clock here, so let's go with this one. T-Charb, Matthew Golden, or Travion Henderson in a full PPR. Oh, what? I don't like these questions where I'm picking against Henderson. It makes me feel bad, but that one is super, super close for me. But I do think if I really had both of them, I would probably play Matthew Golden. All right, we'll grab one more just for fun. We got, let's see. Nate says RJ Harvey or Ricky Pearsall in a half PPR. I'm gonna go with Ricky in that one, with the matchup against the Seattle Seahawks. So that is going to do it, everybody. We're going to get back into the laboratory and make sure that these rankings are exactly how we want them to be. Remember, UDK Plus, if you want that upgrade. If you want the upgrades to the ultimate tier, you can go get that right now. Otherwise, week 1, ladies and gentlemen, we did it. We made it to week 1. The drought is over. Enjoy the football. Try not to tilt too bad. And long may the reign of Christian McCaffrey and his super duper healthy calf. Please, Christian, be good. That's going to do it. We'll see you all tomorrow.